Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we have this 2018 Chevy Cruze and we're going to do the side chrome delete installation for this vehicle. So as you can see, this is how it looks before doing the installation on the side panels, and this is how it looks after the installation. So we used the gloss black material in order to black out the entire side panel. Link for the product will be provided below, but with that being said, let's get started with the installation video. So before we start with the installation, we need to make sure we prep each panel that we're going to work on. So all we need is water and baby shampoo mixed together in a spray bottle. Once you have your solution, spray it onto a clean microfiber towel and make sure to remove any contaminants that the chrome panel may have. And then once you're done prepping each panel, make sure that everything's completely dry. That way the adhesive on the film is able to tack down to the panel. So we're starting off with the piece on the back end of the vehicle. So with this one, all we need to do is just align it right on the curve, and everything else should just fall into place. All you may need to do is just lift it, make sure you align it, but that's pretty much it for this one. Grab your squeegee, tack everything down, make sure to remove any air that may be underneath the film. And then we're just going to apply heat around the curved area here. That way we just help the film start molding to the curved design of this section of the panel. And then once we apply heat everywhere else, we'll trim off the excess material and then we can move on with the next piece. Once you finish applying heat on the panel and there's no chrome showing, now we can look at where we have excess material. So wherever we have excess material, just create an outline with your finger. That way we know where to enter our blade and just trim off the excess material. So take your time just trimming off everything. Whatever we don't need, we'll just trim it off. And just go all around the entire panel, trim off anywhere. And then once this step is done, apply heat to seal the edges, and then we'll move on to the next piece. So for the next piece, all we need to do is just place the film to the chrome, that way it doesn't fall off when we're trying to align it here. So align it right on the edge, and when you're aligning the rest of the film, follow the design of the lower panel as a guide in order to align the rest of it until you reach it to this end. And once you finish placing the film, grab your squeegee, start tacking down everything. Make sure to remove any bubbles or any air that's trapped underneath the film. Take your time making sure you secure the entire panel, and then once we're done tagging down, we're going to apply heat to help the film start tagging down to the design of the chrome. So now grab your heat gun, apply heat, and then once we finish applying heat, we're going to trim off any excess material. So now we need to trim off the excess material, create an outline on the top section of the film. That way we know where to insert our blade and trim off the excess material that we have on top. So once you create that outline, grab your blade, insert it right on that gap, and then carefully just trim off the excess material. You don't need to apply too much pressure. You just need just a little bit of the tip of the blade, and slowly guide yourself and trimming off the excess material. Now just apply heat, that way we help seal the top edge since we did lift it a little bit when we removed the excess material. And then once we finish that, do the same steps for the front piece. So with this one, the same steps as we did for the rear door, you would repeat it to the front door. Just make sure you align it on the edge. Use the lower half as a guide to align the film to the panel. And then once we place the film, we're going to use our squeegee to tack everything down. And then once we tack everything down, we're going to apply heat. That way we help the film start molding to the design of the panel, and then we'll trim off excess material. Okay, so now we're moving on to the last piece. With this one, all we need to do is just make sure we align it right on the edge, and just make sure you're following the design of the panel. Make sure everything's being covered on top and on the bottom. And you will have just a little bit of excess material here. This excess material, you can trim it off after we apply heat. So just place the film, grab your squeegee, start tightening it down. Some of the sections on this side of the film you could tuck in underneath here, and on top you could tuck in the film. So whatever you could tuck in, that's perfectly fine. That way it does more full coverage on the chrome. So tuck in whatever you can tuck in, and then once we finish tucking in, apply heat, and then we'll trim off excess material. So the last thing to do once you finish with the entire installation for the side panel is to post heat each panel that was worked on. So go ahead and grab your heat gun and apply heat throughout each section of the panel. Make sure you apply evenly, and make sure if there's any film lifting around the edges, you apply heat and you help it tack back down with your squeegee. Make sure you apply heat, that way we help the adhesive on the film activate faster, and we also prevent it from lifting over time. So once you're done with this step, you're done with the installation. Thank you for choosing Bogar Tech Design. As a small business, your support means everything to us. If you loved your product, please drop a review. If you have questions or issues, don't forget to message us via email. Once again, thank you so much for the support from our family to yours. So that concludes the installation video for the side chrome delete installation for the 2018 Chevy Cruze. We hope that the video helped you guys out with the installation. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.